Chat, the struggle is real. How you doing? It's time for the Thursday edition of Club Kirby. Welcome to the show. I am just going to get right into things today. Welcome if this is your first time watching the stream. I'm John Porter. I am an Aberdeenshire, Scotland based comic artist and writer, and I suppose streamer as well. Yeah, when I can manage to show up. And today I've just barely managed to be able to show up, so normally this is the bit where I do my spiel about how you can find out about Kirby, which is the comic that I work on here on the stream. I'm not going to do that today. We're going to do a short stream today. If you want to find out about Kirby, you can go to readcmc.com. You can learn all about how to get your hands on a copy of issue 1. There's also links in the description as well. I don't want to get into that today because it's going to be a short stream today. And I just want to try and get as much work done. Here's another song with lyrics. We talked about this in the last stream. I don't like having somebody singing when I'm talking. Okay, can I check that off? Oh, we'll get into it. Hold on. Okay, there's some chill music. I hope this is going to be chill music. It's a bit loud in my headphones. Okay, chat, I wanted to do a full 3-hour stream today, and as you might have noticed in the title, that's not what we're doing. We started so late again. I think these 3-hour streams are only going to be viable if I can work them out in my schedule, and if I can, you know, start them early enough in the day. I think today has been, I've got 2 things I've got going on right now. And one of them is this page that we're going to be working on today. And we have been working on it for the last couple of streams, and it's just dragged on and on and on. And I feel like the last 4 or 5 pages of issue 2 that we've been redrawing, I've just, every single one of them has been a challenge in terms of fixing it up. And this one especially, I mean, we can get into it, but this one is really, it's taking its toll on me. And at the same time, I've got the other thing that I'm grappling with just now really is my sleep patterns. And I tried to go to bed earlier last night. I try to be asleep at night and awake during the day, and so I can actually see some sunlight for a change. And you know, the small amount of sunshine that we actually get in Scotland at this time of year. And my model has just frozen, hasn't he? Hold on a sec. We're right at the start of the stream and already I'm locking up. Okay, a small technical hiccup, but we can get past that. There we go. Okay, hi. Yeah, my sleep patterns are completely messed up, and I thought it's not going to be that hard, but I'll just go to bed earlier. That's what I did last night, at least a little bit earlier. Give myself time enough that I would have, you know, enough hours you know, that it would have passed, that I'm definitely going to nod off. And that didn't happen at all. I was just sitting there all night thinking, not being able to shut off. And then before I knew it, I looked at my phone, and it's like, oh, it's breakfast time. So I went and had breakfast, and then after that I was able to get a couple more hours in before I woke up, but it was not good. So obviously my I don't even know if I would want to say insomnia. I guess it was last night. You could classify it as insomnia. It's just like trying to adjust my sleep patterns, really. Trying to resolve it's going to be easier said than done. So I don't want to be on super late tonight. You know, I wanted to just do a short stream tonight so I can kind of retire early. And I figure, you know, the earlier I get to bed, the better chance I have of actually being asleep. You know, doing like normal hours at night time, during the night time. So I've kind of cut short my stream tonight is going to be shorter. I'm only going to do an hour this evening. It is kind of a shame. I would really like to do something, like to do a longer stream, and you know, be able to chat more and do some gaming stuff as well. But for tonight, I think just being present tonight as much as I've got in me, right? I'm still a little bit tired. Right, this page. Let's talk about this page. And we have talked about this page a lot because I've been doing it on stream for the last couple of sessions. This one is... I don't know why this one is being so difficult. I guess, again, you've got a lot of characters on the page in total. But we did the first 4 panels. And it took a bit longer than I would have liked. But at least they're done. Now, as we get into the second half, this is as much as I've been able to do, chat, is just fix up this next panel, and I'm most of the way there. I would like to have done the panel that comes after this, which, as I talked about on stream before, I need to just redo the panel that's going to be in the lower right hand corner of the screen here, and I have not gotten around to that yet. What I'm going to do just now is try and fix up some of these details. So Ruby's head, I talked about this on previous streams. I knew it was going to be the worst aspect of this panel because it was so awkward looking. Like her head was too short in width from the side. It looked really strange. I don't know why I left it like that in the original art and didn't go back and correct it because it was so egregious. I think I'm gonna widen out, change the curve of forehead as well, but we're just making little corrections now, and there's been so many of them. This panel, as it turned out to be just so challenging because, well, we did the early portions of it on stream, right? And what's been challenging about it is I put down not just I'd started off just working on the bodies of the characters. And I'll come back to the heads later because they're going to be the hardest part. Once I started fixing out the heads, it brought in all kinds of other considerations that I realised that there was all sorts of details that needed to be fixed and everything needed to align correctly. Getting all the parts to work has just been so difficult. And I think a lot of it is just because it's a panel that has, you got 4 characters, and you know they're moving in like a 3-dimensional space, right? So it's like what's supposed to be happening is that Josie is in the back here and she's holding back one of Sadie's arms so that she can't escape, I suppose, and Ruby's got the other. And, you know, you got Maxine comes in, Maxine slapping her. So, you know, the way that the characters are overlapping makes this a very challenging panel. There's a lot of elements to get right. The way that Maxine is rotating here, making sure that we can see. Oh, I'll get the red correction pen again. Oh, here's like the main sort of elements that I needed to sort of figure out, right? So the slap is very integral to the panel, obviously, right? That's the whole sort of thing that's happening. That's the action that we're trying to focus on. So I kind of tried to fix it up a little bit. I added some more rotation lines at the back here, this sort of effect area here, so that we can feel the full impact of Maxine's rotation as she's bringing her hand around. And also we're trying to emphasize the impact that it's having on Sadie, so we're trying to think about, well, where's her hair going here? So her hair's sort of spinning backwards as well, so we're trying to bring that in. That was not present on the original panel, I don't believe. I think the hair was just going straight down, so now we've got a bit more impact. There's some layering stuff here that was going on that I don't think was an issue before, but it is now, where I had to fix this up so that front of Maxine's hair, I think maybe Maxine and Josie weren't overlapping before, but now I need to make sure that I need to totally redo this whole part of Maxine's hair, which wasn't there in the beginning. It's really strange. Oh, in fact, I just saw something else I needed to redo. And every time you make these changes, you know, try and fix something, it can have knock-on effects. So, little areas like this that need to be redone sometimes, or just added, you know, as you move things about. And you try to just get everything just right. That's been the issue for me. There's so much to micromanage in this panel to try and get everything exactly right. And I guess the reason that I am fixating on it, right, on this page in particular, is just because it's such an integral moment. It's really important in the story, in terms of you know, establishing why it's important for Kevin to come back in as Corbie and sort of return the favour to Sadie. It's the most dramatic sort of. It's the beginning of I suppose, the beginning of the most dramatic moment in this issue of the comic. So, the other aspect of it, the other reason that I really wanted to make sure that I get it just right, is because it's it was so wonky before. So it's really, the worse the old panel is, the more I feel like I've really got to work hard to fix it. Right? I feel like I have a responsibility to go in and sort all this kind of stuff. So we're just going to add more little details. We bungled the hair here, the edges of the hair. And it really hasn't been, it's been really challenging today especially. I think this is, I'm used to having a lot of fun working on the comic. And today I realised this is not fun, this is punishment. And that's just part of you know, working, you know, on a comic, I suppose, on a project like this. The big project. And it's not always going to be fun and games, right? Sometimes there are times when working on this comic is really difficult. And a lot of that I bring on myself because I'm so insistent on I have to do every element of it myself, which is a really foolish way to do things. I'm sure my life would be much easier if I, had a collaborator or collaborators who I was working on this comic with, and I wasn't so stubborn about I need to be the artist and the writer and the colorist and everything else, the editor, the letterer. But that's kind of the reality of the situation, right? It's I guess it's my baby, and yeah, I couldn't justify the expense of hiring somebody to do it for me. I suppose if Kirby was like a commercially successful comic, then that would be easier. We could start talking about that, but as it is, I'm kind of, I have to go it alone. And so I suppose just like, go out there and prove that the comic is a viable concept. Which does have like its challenges, and in any other situation I would say that this would be a good time to stop and take a day off. Like today I just realized I'm building myself out on the ground. I have been really conscious about burnout and trying to avoid that. Obviously it's not going very well, and I'm just always on the edge of burnout, and I would love to just be able to take a day off, but I'm also adamant about getting these old pages redone before Christmas, or before the end of the year anyway. And I feel like I've just got it's always like just a little further, just get over the finish line, This chair is really creaky again, isn't it? I still haven't done anything about that. Yeah, I just feel it's just because it's going to be just a little bit more work to get this page done, and then I think this is going to be the last of the really challenging pages, I imagine. Man, I really hope I'm right. The last page I think that's going to require a lot of like major work in terms of rethinking things and fixing up really bad elements of the old art. But with that said, right, I'm gonna save. Yeah, I think I'm done with the line art. I think I'm ready to start working on fixing up the colours, okay? Then I'm gonna just that's the strangest thing. I sworn I just fixed up. Sadie's blazer here, the connection to her arm. And I was trying. I widened this area, and I guess it must have gotten undone somehow. Even when I think I'm done, it's like I've got another area to correct. Okay, that's definitely a little imperfect in places, but what were we just talking about on stream the other day about zooming in and getting obsessed with, you know, fixing up minor details? That's exactly what I'm doing now. Right, let's save, and we're going to move on. We're going to start fixing up the colours. Just getting the colours in place. I think that's as much as we're going to be able to do on stream. And then we're going to be on tonight until about 10:15, which is in about 40 minutes from now. Then I'm going to go take a nap or something. Maybe that's the best way. Maybe that's going to be the best way for me to actually get some sleep tonight, is if I just tell myself, you're just taking a nap, you're not actually trying to go to bed for the night. And you know, just sort of trick my brain into kind of going along with it, you know? So I need to fix up Maxine's lower lip. Man, now there's a bunch of other stuff I'm noticing. I'm going in trying to correct. Again, this is stuff that nobody's ever going to notice, but there we go. Right, if we turn on character colors now, it's going to be a mess, because what you're seeing is the old color. You know, we've talked about this on stream before. It's the old, the character colors for the old art, with the new line art superimposed over it. So what we've got to do is start by just taking an eraser tool. Oops, I'm on the wrong layer. Start by taking an eraser tool and just begin to remove the areas that are outside of the line art boundary. Maybe we'll turn the opacity down a little bit. That can help sometimes in terms of making sure that you're seeing the distinction between the line art and the colours. It definitely makes it a little bit easier to look at this stage. Okay, the body colours are actually more or less in the places where they need to be, so that's going to help. Mostly the heads of the characters that are going to, will have been completely relocated. This chair's making a lot of noise. Let me see if I can pull my chair in a bit closer. That might help. Yeah, I'm gonna slightly tweak the line out there, smooth it out, and then go back to the character colours. Okay, yeah, Ruby's face is a complete mess. I suppose that goes back to what we were saying about, you know, I had to completely redo the line art from scratch, and you know, you can tell there's no trace of the old facial details left because the old colours don't match up with the new line art at all. Get rid of this big messy area here. I think you're going to see it's going to make all the difference in terms of fixing up the face here. And I'm definitely being a bit sloppy in places while working on Ruby's hair here, but yeah, again, as we talked about on a previous stream recently, the most important thing is just that we cover as much ground as we can in terms of laying down the flat colours. Filling in any gaps, just fixing up messy areas as we go. Okay, again, we're mostly just filling in little gap areas here. Small portions where the new line art almost flicks with the old colours, but doesn't quite, right? So you just have these little, portions that just poke through like that. Okay, I think we have probably done enough work on Ruby for now, but I'm sure there's other little areas like this that we need to come back and correct. But we could move on and start to fix up Sadie's art a bit as well. Right? We're not going to get everything done on stream tonight for sure. In fact, we'll be lucky if we can even get much work done as far as Sadie goes. We've got about 20 minutes. We can start to again just cover ground as far as Sadie goes and just fill in the areas. But need the most attention. Chat in. Crazy dehydrated just now for some reason. Again, I've got to be careful with stuff like that. I guess I just was busy with this page a bit earlier. I'm busy with some other stuff around the house today as well. And just like tasks in general. Maybe I just got a bit too preoccupied and I did not take time to hydrate efficiently, so I think I should probably do that once I get off stream. Really weird choices I made as far as the shading for Sadie goes on this page. This dramatic shading once the characters get pulled into the supply room, and I'm sure there was some thought given at the time as to why I picked these particular colours. I guess I just wanted it to be very powerful, very dramatic, right? But I'm trying to resist the urge to go in and change that now. And just go with it. What we're gonna do is add a little bit of light source on the side of the nose. And then we'll go in and start to fix up the mouth here. Okay, let's see if we can make some quick corrections to Baby's blazer. And what we can do to get her looking a bit more presentable, the better.
I've been looking for another way. We are stuck inside our feelings for the old place. Let's pretend that it don't matter where we will go. I've been longing for the new phase, new days. Get it out of sight, I want it out of my mind. I've been up all night, this feeling got me losing truth. Too afraid to take the stand, but you make me wanna take a chance. Can we go out running? I can see the sunlight through the palm trees. Do you hear it coming? Make it feel like nothing can defeat me. And everything I do makes me wanna move. I don't get it, can you tell me who has this feeling too? Maybe it's been you. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's been you. So why would I not get you right out of this place? We'll move out and I will embrace. But first let's get it out of sight, I want it out of my mind. I've been up all night, this feeling got me losing truth. Too afraid to take the stand, but you make me wanna take a chance. Wanna take a chance, so let me take a chance. So can we go out running? I can see the sunlight through the palm trees. Do you hear it coming? Make it feel like nothing can defeat me. Everything I do makes me wanna move. I don't get it, can you tell me who has
Okay, chat, and I'm not saying very much. I apologize for being so quiet. I'm just really trying to get some ground covered here. See how much we can do in the time we have left on stream.
I don't know this feeling in my head. Wish it was happiness instead. But like the monster in my bed, its eyes are glowing red, and it's telling me that I am nothing good but what is new. That every single thing I do is mediocre, yeah, it's true. These mediocre blues, 'cause everything is mediocre. Or is it in my head? You really think it's cool, but you're looking like a fool. I hate before it's even over. Or is it in my head? I wish that I could see it through. Wish I finished what I do. Even when I'm blue, it's mediocre too. Like the sadness knows I'm new. And even when I'm blue, feel like I do it wrong, like I could be farther gone. And even when I'm blue, it's mediocre too. Like the sadness knows I'm new. And even when I'm blue, feel like I do it wrong, like I could be farther gone. I don't know this feeling in my head. Wish it was happiness instead.
Yeah, I thought we were making good progress, but there's a whole bunch of areas down here that we need to still fix up.
Am nothing good but what is new. That every single thing I do is mediocre, yeah, it's true. These mediocre blues, 'cause everything is mediocre. Or is it in my head? You really think it's cool, but you're looking like a fool. I hate before it's even over. Or is it in my head? I wish that I could see it through. Wish I finished what I do. And even when I'm blue, it's mediocre too. Like the sadness knows I'm new. And even when I'm blue,
Okay, chat, we're about to start wrapping up.
could be farther gone.
what just happened? Where did my colours go? How did I manage to switch it off? I didn't even hit the button. There we go. That doesn't make sense. Something's going wrong. We'll shift. Oh, you know what's happened? Somehow we have two different versions of the same document open. And it's switched to the other one. Now I'm just gonna get rid of that. That's really bizarre. I don't even know how that happened. I've never seen anything like that before. Somehow I had the same document open in two different tabs. I wouldn't even think that would be possible. You would think it would just default to having one instance of it. Okay, chat, I really should wrap up. I said I was only going to do an hour-long stream tonight, and like I said, I need to discipline myself in terms of staying hydrated, taking breaks, and you know, getting plenty of rest as well. I've actually been working on this panel for a little while now today. I didn't get to work on it for as long as I would like to, and that's always frustrating as well, because you feel like I could make more progress more quickly if I could, you know, just be going at it all the time. But that's just not the reality of the situation, you know. Sometimes you have to take care of other stuff as well, and that's okay. Okay, I'm starting to fix up some details on Josie here as well. Chair is so creaky, more so than usual. Sometimes I complain about it on stream. It's really distracting me now. I can't pull myself away now. I'm constantly like, they just let me fix this one thing, this one thing, this one thing. I said it was going to be done at 10:15, and it's just gone 10:15 now, but I'm still here fixing up little areas. Right, what have we got done on stream tonight? not a whole lot in the great scheme of things. But we started to fix up. Well, we did some final corrections as far as the main line art goes, and then we started to fix up Ruby's colours, and then Sadie's, and we did a little bit there of Josie's colours at the end. It's not going to take a huge amount of time to get the basic colours for the characters done. Like I said, a lot of the main ground is covered already. It's just a case of making some lots of little tiny adjustments. But can I go back and fix some of it? I might go back and fix Ruby's facial features a little bit, see if I can tweak them. Or maybe I won't, I don't know. Up in the air. Oh, one thing I've definitely got to do is, you might notice there's a visual inconsistency here in terms of, there's some gaps there as well. Josie's hair color in the early versions of the comic. I always rendered it just as a charcoal color, I suppose, an off black, if you will. And because I'm trying to move more towards old school sort of comic book coloring, I want the comic to be in more of sort of a retro style. So since shades of black were often rendered using blue for greater legibility in old style comics, I shifted over to certain characters that have darker hair have, like blue hair in comic now, specifically Morrigan and Josie. So I need to remember to go back and fix that up in the next panel actually. Okay, if we turn the background back on. And then it went back off again. Oh, there's still a lot more to do on this page, sadly, chat. And I guess it's kind of like, maybe this is going to be like the biggest challenge of at least doing the old pages, right? Because I've still got the new pages to draw from scratch. I've got to figure that out, like over the Christmas period, what I'm going to do with that. But as far as this first half of working on issue 2 goes, fixing up the pages from the old version, I think this page is going to be like the last big challenge, and maybe it's the biggest challenge of all, because I guess it's like a cumulative thing where it's like a little bit of the burnout from each of the previous pages is like build and build and build and build, you know. Or maybe not the burnout, but the toll from each of the previous pages that I've had to work on. This is weighing on me a lot at this point. You know. In a way, this is maybe going to be the hardest one, I think. And then the next couple of pages after this are not going to be as difficult, I expect. As we've spoken about before, the next couple of pages after this, a lot of them are just like a big single splash panel or something like that. We don't have as many. Any page that has, as I've spoken about this before, any page that has a bunch of different panels with loads of different characters in it, those are the ones that take forever. Yeah. I think that's all I've got to say for now. I think I should wrap it up, okay? Next time I see you, I really want to... First of all, I really want to be back tomorrow night. I know my streaming schedule's been really inconsistent, and I'm still trying to work on it. I'm doing a little bit better this week than I did last week. And... my plan is to try and be back on tomorrow night. Can't say with 100% certainty that I will. Maybe at least I can pop on, even if I'm just on for a little while, even if we can't do like a long stream. And just sort of catch up with you and show you progress that we're making. It's kind of frustrating, I feel like, as a streamer, You want to always be like sharing something new, and you don't want to be like, this is day 15 of working on the same page or something like that, right? But I have to be honest with you and show you the challenges that I face and how, you know, and then we can also celebrate when we finally overcome this. And once we get to the end of this page, it's going to be like a cause for celebration. And once we get to the, you know, once we're through with fixing up the old pages, that's also going to be something to celebrate. And once we get the new pages done, same thing again, right? So we have those moments where we get to cross the finish line, but before we get to that, there's a lot of work involved. And as we always say, I have to wear a lot of hats, as we talked about earlier. I'm kind of taking on a lot of one all by myself. I hope that the end result is going to be worth it, and at the end, the new version of Kirby issue 2 is going to be really good. And I hope that it's going to be the thing that's maybe going to make people go, oh wow, this comic is for real, right? He's serious about this, making this comic. And he's in it for the long haul, right? I hope I can be in it for the long haul. I hope I'm not just, you know, on a one-way street to burnout. But, yeah, that's going to do it for tonight. I will try and be back tomorrow evening with you. Where did my model go? When did I vanish? That's weird. Look, I'll pop in for the last second. Is we even at this point? No, we're wrapping up now. There I am. That's strange. Some really weird happenings going on tonight. I don't know if it's just that I'm sleep deprived or what. But a lot of instances of the computer just behaving strangely tonight. Thank you for being here with me. Even just having people pop in and just watch what I'm doing for a little while. I appreciate that, you know, and if you follow me on Twitch or subscribe on YouTube, I really appreciate that as well. That really is a big help. And check out the comic if you can. You can get Corbie issue 1. I didn't do my spiel at the start of tonight's show. But you know where to get Corbie. You can find out all about it on VDCMC.com. There's links in the description to the comic and to my social media stuff as well. I'm going to try and be back tomorrow. I'll show you if I've made any progress at all with this page. This is page 10, right? So 11, 12, 13? Are there really only 3 pages left after this? That feels good to say. 3 pages left after this one, right? But this is like the big hurdle that I've got to go over, is just fix up this page. Figure out what I'm going to do about that last panel. That's going to be the biggest challenge, but I need to stop now. Yeah, thank you for watching the show this evening, and I will see you in the next edition of Club Kirby.